India Surf Festival. My name's Tracy Sizemore. I'm the father of Kaylin Sizemore that's over there with you. This is Kaylin's uncle, Ron Sizemore, the 1961 U.S. men's surfing champion in the United States. We're here to talk about Kaylin's grandfather, Ted Sizemore. This is his board, and give you a little bit of history for your surf festival there in India. Ron, do you want to tell them about Ted's board?
Ted's board was shaped in the early 50s. There weren't a lot of surfboard shapers back then, so it was more of an individual thing. You couldn't go to a shop. There were very few shops that you could go to and say, make me a board, so people were making them in their garage. This board here is a balsa wood board, and it's called a Malibu chip, and it gets the Malibu chip name from Joe Quigg, who surfed in Malibu, and boards prior to this is 9.6 or 9 something, it's almost 10 feet, but boards prior to this were 10 to 12 feet and a lot heavier. The Malibu chip is balsa wood, it's fiberglass. There's a dark spot across the nose of the board. It was scabbed, and what that is you start out with a bunch of balsa wood glued up that's about this thick, and you want to put rocker in it like this. So in order to get the rocker in it, you'll make a cut on the bottom of the board up to bring the rocker up, and you'll take that cut and flip it over and lay it on top of the board when it's still square before the board is shaped. So that's where the piece has been glued onto the top of the board. You can see that the stringers don't completely line up on where this bottom half is. Tracy will show them, and the top half. There's a wood fin on the board. All the fins back then, again, were individually made, so we couldn't go into a surfboard shop and say, I want a 6-inch fin, or I want a fiberglass. They weren't even fiberglass, and most of them were made out of mahogany.
And additionally to that, Kaylin's grandfather, Ted Sizemore, was one of the early California surfers on the coast here, and also one of the founding members of the San Onofre Surf Club, right south of here in San Clemente, California. And so Kaylin is born of a rich history. His great uncle is Leroy Grannis, the surf photographer out in the 1960s. So Kaylin has a lot of information, and additionally, I sent you a picture of this surfboard of all of us in the Model A at Doheny in the early 50s, and all 5 surfboards, which this one being on the bottom of the stack, are in that picture while we're in the Model A. So enjoy your surf festival over there. Have a good day.
Shaka.